be found via that page, BNL Karting Series. Good stuff. Thank you for joining us. And we will go back to the live stream because we've actually got the DD2 and DD2 Masters. Track now. And Xander Zibilek is going to be on pole position. He's going to be on the front row. Alongside it, on the front row is going to be Ioannis, who actually won both. He is. We've got one driver from Greece. We've got a driver over from Japan as well.
Yes, Mr. Komata.
And he's flown all the way here from Japan to do it?
Yes, because he liked the series.
I was talking earlier, actually, to myself about how drivers need to come. For people watching outside of Europe, it's what drivers do, isn't it, from places like Asia to come and practice for their future motorsport careers. They need to be racing against the best in the world, which is right here in Europe, would you say?
Genk, especially.
Short answer. But there we go. Ioannis is going to be on pole position. Alongside him is Zibilek. Barry Pullinger, who won the championship last year, is on row 2 with Gilles Willings. Chris Sturkin and Marcel Steinart is on row 3. Then it's Konstantin Scholl and Euripidis Hatzi Stefanos on row 4. Tamsin Germain and William van der Kaj on row 5. Dionysis Liveris is on row 6 with Christoph Adams and MK Arts and Christoph Lean in row 7. Dmitry Ostrovsky and Andreas Mattis row 8. That was Dave Ritson joining me, by the way, the organiser of the series and of events here at the Genk circuit. So, as he said, he's got to be in charge of organising things like the FIA World Championship for the KZ and KZ2 classes, which comes here in September. So make sure you note that one in your diaries, 9th of September. Right, here we go then for the start of the race. And down towards the first corner they go. It is Ioannis leading the way and he has just passed. Zibilek then going into the race lead from the outside of the front row. Ioannis going into second place. It looks as if third place is on the way of Wheelings. Fourth place is Barry Pullinger. Fifth place then is actually that's Van der Kaj is that's gone into fifth place, I believe, as they turn through the left-hand hairpin down towards the cafe area. And here comes Ioannis down the inside of Zibilek, takes the lead. So Ioannis taking the lead away from Zibilek then. Third place is Wheelings, but not for long. Wheelings diving down the inside there of Zibilek. Ioannis taking the pressure off of himself as they head down the start-finish straight. Barry Pullinger going in towards third place. Fourth place is Van der Kaj, is it? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Then it's Zibilek, then it's Steinart, then it's Sturkin, Hatzi Stefanos, the lead Masters driver, and then it's Konstantin Scholl and Liveris as they go onto the back straight then for the second time of asking now. 16-lap race it is from the DD2 and DD2 Masters, and a change for third place there. Van der Kaj once again going past Barry Pullinger. He did this several times yesterday. Barry Pullinger finding himself now in the wars once again. He's he's just also been passed by Xander Zibilek, but Barry Pullinger goes straight back up the inside of Xander Zibilek, going into the right-hander through the quick left-hander down towards the last corner they go. And Barry Pullinger taking no chances that time, defending going in towards the last corner. Down the start-finish straight they go. A look over the shoulder there of Xander Zibilek. He's got Steinart just behind. It looks as if, I'll tell you what, Gilles Willings has just set the fastest lap. He's closing in on Ioannis, the Greek driver here, as they go through the left-hander into the right-hand hairpin, onto the back straight. And Ioannis could be under a bit of pressure very soon here. Gilles Willings trying to close in. Third place, is William van der Kaj. Fourth place is Barry Pullinger. Will be sick of the sight of van der Kaj. Van der Kaj has passed him on a few occasions now, particularly in the second race yesterday. But van der Kaj has put a gap between himself and Pullinger and seems to actually be closing in on Gilles Willings as we turn through the quick left down towards the last corner. DD2, 2 gears for these carts. It's just a lever on the steering wheel. You pull one side on the left to go up and then the other on the right to go to the next gear. So haven't actually driven a DD2 kart, but they are pretty quick. They're popular in Europe, and you do get big grids over at the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, which Dave was touching on there about tickets being awarded to that. That is taking part in Brazil this year, so for the very first time it's going to Brazil. It's the 19th running of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. It's been to some pretty special places over the year, but Brazil could put itself at the very top. In Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt, I remember, was one of them. It's been to the States as well. It went to the New Orleans, but down in towards the last corner, Barry Pullinger now trying to close back in on William van der Karge, but they run the DD2 class out there. 72 entries they get every year. You have to qualify and win a ticket, and one way you can do that is doing events here at Genk, like the BNL, the Rotax Euro Trophy. Is going to be giving 3 tickets out this year. Barry Pullinger going into third place there. Goes past William van der Karge. So Pullinger, what happened yesterday, anytime he went past van der Karge in that second race, van der Karge went straight there past him. So I think he's going to be wary of that now this time around. He's got Jules Brillings just ahead and Ionis escaping out front, yet to be beaten this weekend. Just to update you, of course, we had that chat with Dave Ritson there. One thing we didn't do is go through what's happened so far. As we have been doing that before the start of each first race today, with every other class, we do that now. Race 1 yesterday was won by Ionis. It went to Barry Pullinger was second, Zibilak was third. As for race 2, it was won by Ionis, Zibilak, and then Sturken top 3. Now Ionis leads the point. 110 points maximum for him. Zibilak has 102 points. Barry Pullinger has 101 points. Sturkin at 96 points. Van der Karge then has 95 points. Then it's Liveris, Wheelings, Steinart, Scholl, and Arts. Masters, 2 wins so far for Adams. Then it is Patsy Stefanis with 101 points. Mattis has 101. Tamsin Jermaine has 100. So very close there. Then it's Lenin and Ostrovsky. In terms of Masters in this race, it looks as if Patsy Stefanis is leading the way there in 7th place. A second, I think, is Tamsin Jermaine. Then it is Adams. Mattis, no sign of him in this race at the moment. I think he's out of the race, unfortunately. Dmitry Ostrovsky running down the field. So that's how they currently line up. We've got Christoph Lenin down the race as well, as it looks as if Van der Karge has gone back past. No, he hasn't. Sorry, I thought he'd gone past Barry Pullinger there. Barry Pullinger has actually gone into second place. So we were talking a little bit about what happened yesterday, probably before I picked it up. Now, Pullinger trying to close down, or Ionis out in the just over a second gap. Start finish line they go. Ionis with Pullinger 1.1 seconds behind. Zibilak goes quickest of all though, so the driver in third place there in the 622 is quickest of anyone at the moment. Then it's Van der Karge, Wheelings. Behind that it is Steinart in the 613. Just about to hit half race distance we are. There's Ionis in the lead at the left-hand hairpin. Pretty good job front at the moment. Lead is 1.1 seconds. See if he can keep it that way. They turn out of the left-hand hand at the penultimate corner. And that a place, as we saw with Lars van Vaart, you can get a switch back on the guy ahead of you. That's made slightly easier for Van Vaart with Brad Barrett. I'm just going to pause the live stream, by the way, because we just have a paddock announcement to make. So we'll be back on the live stream in just a second. Back then with the live stream, apologies. We did just have to do a paddock announcement, so thought we'd leave you to enjoy the racing while we did that. As may have seen, battle going on Wheeling and Van der Kaaj. Wheeling there, the yellow and orange GKS livery, going into fourth place past William Van der Kaaj. Then behind that is Hill, head through last corner, down the start finish straight. Wheeling's getting his head down. Just broken clear here of William Van der Kaaj. We're now heading towards the final few laps of the race. Yeah. Down that. Out. Thought at one stage Barry Pullinger just escaped up front. Pullinger, I think himself and Zibelak, if they with Ionis to start the race, maybe they'd have a better chance in actually going for a win here. But Ionis just seems to start his races so well, and when he makes moves, Ionis makes them very well. He gets himself a gap immediately. There he is in the red suit, black helmet, coming to the last corner. Ionis, when he makes moves, it makes him again. So I think it's got him the 2 wins. He's going to make that 3 out of 3 if he can stay where he is. Barry Pullinger is there in second place. Barry Pullinger closed the gap to Ionis ever so slightly on that last lap, but nothing that will threaten the Greek driver. Xander Zibelak, third place. Then it is Jules Quilling, Van der Kaaj, then Steinart, Birkin. Then it's Europeans have Stephanus. Let's concentrate on what's going on behind that, because good little battle going on between Liveris, TK Arts, and Christoph Adams. Down towards the right hander they come. You are looking at Ionis on the live stream, but into the last corner, we have got a little battle going on here between some of the Masters drivers. I think it is that second Barry Pullinger across the line. TK Arts doing a good job here. 13th to 10th place at the moment. Just behind the Veris, behind Art, Christoph Adams. Driver one, Patrick Stephanus, the league Masters. Art second, Adams third, Jermaine fourth. Very close in the point. Those as just going to come off the live stream. Just paddock announcement one more. Well, back to the on-track action, and Wheeling's there, heading into the right-hander through the left. There is Ionis, 2 laps to go, comfortable out front at the moment. for Ionis. Pullinger, second place at the moment. Divilak, third place. All pretty comfortable in their own place. Pullinger closing in on Ionis. Is Ionis just backing off, perhaps? He's got the fastest lap of the race. 4, 5. Pullinger, 6. Very evenly matched. Oh, is Ionis? Has he got a problem? Has he got a problem? Yes, he has. Barry Pullinger taking the race lead. Ionis slowing down, going down towards the right-hander. What is going on with the car of Ionis? Barry Pullinger has now taken the lead in the red race suit there. Ionis has got some sort of problem. Is it with the exhaust, I wonder? Coming out of the right-hander, the last corner. Divilak's gone through the second, and Ionis is going to try and fight back, going in towards turn 1, trying to fight back on Xander Divilak. He's having to hold on to something. Something must be detaching itself from the kart because he is holding on to that, and he's driving with one hand. Don't forget, this is a kart with 2 gears, and Ionis is going around at the moment, probably in the same gear with one hand. Well, he's got a gap of about 1.5 seconds to Jules Billings, but there he is in the red race suit, black crash helmet. He has won both races so far this weekend, Ionis. He has been having to drive around with one hand. Here he comes down towards the right-hander. How on earth is he doing this? Look at him going through the right-hander, now through the left. Ionis somehow hanging on, but out front, Barry Pullinger is going to help himself to a victory. Out the last corner he comes. A well done Barry Pullinger across the line, takes the win. Xander Divilak takes second place, and a third place. Oh, you have to feel sorry for Ionis. Well, hopefully Ben will find out what happened there. Ionis struggling with something, and he's going to just crawl round to the pit now. Gilles Willings takes 4th place. 5th place to Van der Kaj. Steinart takes 6th. Sturkin takes 7th. Then it's Hattie Stephanus in 8th place. Adams is 9th. Liveris is 10th. Arts is 11th. Then it's Jermaine in 12th. Scholl in 13th place. Lehnen in 14th. Ostrovsky and Mattis did not finish, but well, there's Barry Pullinger. He's had harder victories than that, that's for sure. Takes the win with Ionis hitting mechanical problems towards the end of the race. And he picked himself up a win, his first win of the season. What is his title defense? Xander Divilak, second place. Ionis somehow finishing in third place. But what that has done has made the point a little bit interesting. Now, Ionis was leading by 8 points over Divilak and was leading by 9 points over Pullinger. Pullinger's going to get 5 points on him there, so the gap is going to come down to 4 points. So it's all going to go down to the wire. Pullinger, Divilak will overtake, and so he's going to drop